fell behind and showed a lot of character to me.
How much fun was this win, and how much talk was in this room about need to get something from last year?
I mean, it's obviously a tough building to come and play, and obviously it didn't end well for us here last year, but it was just another game on a tough road trip here, and another good measuring stick for us moving forward.
Your last 3 games were shutouts. When you gave up those first 2 goals, kind of, where that even crossed your mind, or was just get back in the game and go from there?
No, just get back in the game, stop the next one, give us a chance to come back and rebound like we did.
And can you talk about that last save there in the waning seconds? It kind of ricocheted off the right, and nobody was there on the right side.
Yeah, luckily.
They
had all their guys sitting in front, and I looked one way, and I saw Carter in the slot, and I knew Dowdy was going to go back to him because it was so congested on that side. So I just tried to push across, and luckily got my pad on and kicked it to the corner.
Kim, did the stage of this feel different, or the pressure of this game, or the opponent, the building you guys are in? Did it feel different to you at all?
No, not at all. I mean, every game right now is a big game for us, and especially on this road trip we're coming up against last night with San Jose and tonight in LA, and then San Jose to finish off. I mean, it's like we said before, it's a good measuring stick for us, and just try to stay on the roll that we've been on.
What's your satisfaction focusing on trying to play continue to ride this wave. The team kind of has these waves, and we want to try and continue to play well, get as many points as we can here, and keep climbing the standings. I like the way we responded. I mean, the team out flying, 2-1 early, but we didn't panic, and we didn't go out of our way to change what works for us. It's a great comeback where we want to play.
It's done.
Started in the second period, and we got some great looks.
12 wins and 13. What does it say about this team? What have you learned more about this team that you could accomplish what you guys did tonight, given last night?
Well, I think it was a good lesson for us. Coming out of the game last night, we played really well, and we knew what kind of team we were facing tonight. And if we don't skate, we don't play to our strength, and that's what we're trying to do. And sometimes when you play back-to-back, the first period is going to be a little so-so, and we spend the whole day at the hotel just looking at each other. So I think once we got our legs going and we start skating, and we had more scoring chances.
Was that second period as a good example of how effective you guys can be when you're using your speed?
Yeah, well, I think it's speed. Speed is very, very dangerous around the league. It's pretty hard to contain. A lot of times, if you try to contain, you're going to take penalties and stuff like that. But that was our bread and butter last year, and it's not anything different this year. We did the same thing in Anaheim. We use our speed, and we have a couple of guys that can move up front, and they're pretty hard to handle.
What is it about speed teams this year? I mean, it seems like some of the heavier teams like Boston and LA are having a little bit more trouble getting going. Some more difficulties.
I wouldn't say that. There's so many good teams around the league. It's every night you go in a different building, you're going to see different teams, different players, and everything. And, I don't know, for whatever reason it's like that this year, but we're just trying to compare ourselves to the best teams, and I think our speed matches really well with everyone.
What was it like to see this team again? Was it a big deal now that you've been through it?
No, not really. It was a little weird walking in the building, I'm going to be honest with you, but I think after like a couple minutes in the dressing room and stuff, we kind of forget about it. And before the road trip, I think the guys were looking forward to come here and measure ourselves to the best teams in the leagues, and there's nothing better than California chip, they say. So we're having a lot of fun right now. That's a really good thing, and every team in our division and conference are keep winning. So even if we have a 12 wins in 13 games or something like that, we still have to look forward to the next game and get some points.
Doug, they were by far the fresher team than you guys, of course, but because it is coming into to play the Kings, the team from the Cup last year, is that a little bit extra motivation kind of fuels you guys when there's some tired legs out there?
Yeah, sometimes I think they had 3 days off.
Four
days in between games. Sometimes you lose your focus in the games, and for us, we were a we were fresh from last night. I know sometimes it could go either way, but once we got our legs going, I think we were right there in the game, and but they were all over us in the first period. And I think the Porte goal kind of put us back in the game and it give us life. And once we figured that out, I think we were pretty good.
12 out of 13 in this league.
Do you have ill feelings about the game? Do you
No.
they're on good terms? I mean,
No, yeah, it was
you're
good
with
terms. I mean, like, again, they wanted to go, get a little younger. I'm 700. That's something they can't really do. They can't get any younger,
Right.
so it wasn't too much I could do there. So it wasn't a bitter feel. I mean, obviously, at the time, I would have liked to have stayed, but it's water in the bridge. No feelings.
there was obviously a lot of emotion to hear from these guys, but you had
I've had some nightmare situations in here also. A couple of game sevens against these guys. So I've got my own history with the Kings, and it meant a lot to, I think, more so to the 50 guys that were here last year. It was important for those guys to come out of there with a good feeling.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Appreciate it.